Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you so much for visiting me today and pressing play on the video. I'm back today with another episode of my card making for beginners series. This is series 2. The only reason that I've labelled them differently is because I want to be showing you projects with current product. If you go back to series 1, there are a lot of good ideas in there, but the products that I've used may not still be available. Some of them might be, but some of them won't. So I just thought I'd enable this one series 2 so that you know that if you go to series 2, all of these items will be available in the time period that I'm showing them. So today we've got something a little bit different. We're going to be making some cards from a kit. Now Stampin' Up have changed their way of offering kits. From the 1st of June, which is today when this is going out, there will be kits offerings online. There aren't any in the catalogue, but there will be loads of kits online. There's about, I want to say there's 12 kits on there. Lots of different kits, some that include stamp sets, some that don't. They're all packaged in a box like this. Really nice sturdy box that afterwards you could use as a gift box. You could you could cover this up and just then put a present in here. Be lovely. And I have chosen one called the Sentimental Rose card kit to show you today. So this will be available online. Once this video goes live, it should be available. It's £18 this kit. It includes loads of stuff for your £18. You get a lot of buck for your, what do I mean to say? A lot of something for your buck. It's good value for money, let's put it like that. Right, let me show you what's in here. So sorry, let me just move these out of the way. These are the cards that you can make, the ones that are designed for the kit to make. Obviously you can make other things with this kit because you've got all the materials there to do it. So those are the 3 cards, and we're going to have a go at making those really quickly later on. Let me show you the kit. So first of all, in the kit you get the instruction leaflet. It's a bit of a different instruction leaflet because it's all diagrams. So it says mount the stamps on the block, stamp them, ink them with the stamp spot, stamp it on there, put some glue spots or some dimensionals on the back, glue them there, and so on. So it's all in diagram form. It's very easy to follow. And then on the back here we've got all the contents of the kit, and then we've got the 4 cards in brief, or the 3 cards plus a little surprise element down here, which we're going to come to in a minute as well. So that's great. And then in here you get 9 card blanks. So 3 of each design, 3 of those. There's only 2 here because I've used one obviously to make my samples, and 3 of those. These are our notelet card size, so not quite A6, but you get 9 coordinating envelopes as well, which are really pretty. So they've got a printed lining, so those are really lovely as well. So you're already getting a lot. Now the stamp set, if I can find it in here it is really great. Just push that out of the way. So you've got this lovely big rose, which I've already got mounted, and of course you get a block in this kit as well, so you get this lovely big block. It's not quite the same as our usual block. So here's our usual blocks, and you can see they're quite deep and they've got the ridge. This one isn't as deep and it hasn't had the ridge, but if you're on a budget, it's a really good way to get a bigger block is to buy a kit, because then you've got the block to use. So it has this big rose and the leaf spray, and then it has all these great sentiments, which is really why I bought this stamp set, because I love all the sentiments. Congratulations, happy birthday, thinking of you, happy Mother's Day, for you, best wishes. So basically you've got loads of, mostly all the sentiments you're ever going to need, and then you've just got this little dotty stamp as well here. So that's great. So remember, £18, that stamp set alone would probably cost you £18 in the catalogue. So you're already ahead if you just have that. And then you've got the block as well. Oh. Sorry, really got a really dry mouth today. It's really hot here in the UK today. You also get a stamping spot, which is a grey granite one, to use to ink up your things. So this is a really good thing as well, because remember our stamp pads are not cheap, so it's a good way to build up colours of stamping spots by buying the kits. And then you get all these other bits and pieces. So we've got some corrugated card panels, You've got some dimensionals, some enamel spots, some glue dots. So you don't even need glue for this card because everything's included. Get some white twine. You get some die cut corrugated panels, some die cut labels to stamp on, and then some printed panels to go on your cards. That's for something different. So 9's enough to make 9 cards. And then what you also get with this kit is an acetate box, which we're going to make a bit later on, with a belly band around it. And this is the decor for the belly band, to make a box to store your cards in. So this would make a lovely gift. You could buy this kit, make up the cards and give it as a kit, as a present to somebody, which would be really lovely. So let's pop all this back in here, so that it's where I need to find it, and we're quickly going to have a go at making each of the said cards. So let's start off with this one. I think it goes nicely with the pink envelopes. That sort of coordinates really nicely. So what I need is one of those card blanks. Where have I put the card blanks? Oh, here they are. I haven't even put them back in the box. One of those card blanks. And I'll need one of those envelopes, but I'll leave that for the moment. Then I need a corrugated panel. I need one of these panels printed with the pink roses. I need a label. And of course you can use different sentiments if you want. You don't have to use the same sentiments as I'm using. On some of the artwork they used Happy Mother's Day here, but my Happy Mother's Day is gone and dusted here, so done and dusted, so I've decided to stick with Happy Birthday. But there's a thank you stamp as well. You could use that as well. That would be quite good. In fact, actually I might change and do thank you. So I always need thank you cards. And we need a bit of white twine. And we need, yes, well, there's the thank you stamp. I've actually mounted some of my stamps on different blocks, but of course, if you've not got any other blocks, you can just peel this stamp off and mount the stamp that you need. That's not a problem. Right, okay, so now we do get glue dots in the kit. I'll show you. I'm going to do one panel with the glue dots, and then I'm going to use glue because I'm just so used to using glue. But this is just to show you that actually, if you don't want to have anything, if you don't want to buy anything extra, you don't need to. So these are the glue dots. They've got little white backing on them, so you just take them off the sheet. I'm going to use more than they say. They only say to use 4 on the... Where did that go? Disappeared. There it is. They only use 4 on the diagram. I think you probably need a few more than that to hold it down. But you just need to make sure you've got enough to make all cards. So these are great. So like I say, absolutely everything included in this kit. And what I find these kits really good for is if you're going away on holiday or to stay with people and you think you might get withdrawal symptoms if you don't do any crafting, then you can take one of these kits. You don't have to worry. You might just want to take some scissors. That's the only thing that you need to pop into it. Like I say, I prefer to use glue, so I might take some glue as well. But other than that, you don't need anything else, and you can finish your holiday or your stay away with a lovely set of 9 cards and a box to put them in. You could actually give them as a present for your hostess if you were staying with friends. How great would that be? Right, so let's burnish our card blank, and then we're going to put it down there so I know that I'm right up against the edge, and then we're going to stick that down about there. There we go. So that's one panel. Now this panel, we're just going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to take the leaf and we're just going to stamp a couple of leaves. I've lost my bit of scrap paper. Here we go. Let's use this bit just to save me changing my grid paper. So we're going to do one over here. Don't worry too much about placement, not terribly important. One down there. Actually, with this one, I might just stick another one up here. You don't have to. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can stick with exactly what they say on the package. Right, and that's going to go on there. But before we do that, we're going to tie a bit of twine around it. So they say to cut a 12-inch piece of twine. I kind of think you might need to err a little bit on the side of caution and make it a little bit longer. Otherwise, tying the bow just becomes a little bit tricky. So tie that around your panel. Over to the side is where we want the bow. Put your finger on here. This is a bit fiddly. If you've got a husband or a child or someone who can put their finger on that for you, it's a lot easier. I don't happen to have a spare human in my room here at the moment, so I'm going to try and show you how I do it without. So I just keep keeping the pressure on that knot until it's really there, and then that's a really nice tight seal. The other way to do it, of course, is to tie a bow and then cut it and have the ends lapping round there, so that you've got a bow ready tied and 2 loose ends. I've done that before. Just to give, and you can just stick it down with a little bit of well, maybe one of the glue dots if you don't want to add anything else. But if you've got a little bit of double-edged tape or double-sided tape or something like that. Right, there's my bow, my twine. Cut the ends. And then I can mount that panel onto here. So like I said, I'm not going to use all my glue dots. I'm going to use Tombow. Like so, and just mount that on there. So these are really super quick and easy to make, but they are very lovely cards. Very nice. Right, and then we just need, sorry, I need to blow my nose. We need our sentiment, and whatever sentiment stamp you're going to go with. I'm using Thank You this time. There we go. And then that's going to mount on dimensionals. Now, the dimensionals that come in the pack, although you might have your own dimensionals, these are actually, there they are. These are actually a little bit different. They're quite thick. These are a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can see that. They're actually, I think they're probably 2 millimeters thicker, whereas our other ones are 1. So they're going to lift things off a bit further off the card. So you might want to use the ones from the kit rather than your own, if that's the effect you want to go for. There we go. And then that goes wherever you feel a good placement for that would be. And then the last thing is just to add some of these enamel dots. I've lost one of my enamel dots. It pinged off. And I'm not sure where it went. Where am I gonna, I've used my space there now. Let's put it up here. One there. You do need to be careful that you don't peel the top off without the bottom of these. Another one there, and then we'll put one down in the corner down here. But I've got other embellishments that I could probably use here. I think these are in Flirty Flamingo. There, that card made. Beautiful. Let's press on with another one. Otherwise this video is going to be forever. There we go. We've got a thank you, another thank you card here. Let's find the card blank. This is the one that's printed with text. Don't know what it says. A small, small voice, more touching, tenderest accents of flowers, so much has been said and sung that it is. Oh yeah, you can't get to the end of a sentence. Quite interesting though. Right, let's find a panel. So you want the long, thin panel this time, this one. And we're going to stamp the big rose this time, the big rose stamp. So you can see this block is very easy to use. You just need to make sure you don't get your fingers in the ink. And it's a lovely, lovely stamp. It's one of our distinctive stamps. So you just one stamp and you get all sorts of various shades of the ink. So really lovely. And then I'm going to do a leaf. And actually I'm going to do a leaf over here. So again, not quite the same as it was on the card shown, but that's fine. Go off piece and do your own thing. There we go, that goes there. And then we can stick this onto our card blank. So can you see how quick and easy these are to do, and how you can quickly formulate a pack of cards, a set of cards that are coordinating? I think they would make a lovely gift. I've done that for my sister before, actually. She buys a lot of my handmade cards, and so what I did for her a couple of birthdays ago is I put together a package of cards and put them in a nice box so that she's got a whole range of handmade cards to send out when she wants to. Right, another length of Whisper White. Again, err on the side of caution and making sure it's nice and long so that you've got room to tie a bow. So again, we need to try and tie a bow, this time this way round. There we go. I wonder what you've all been up to this weekend. This is the Sunday of a bank holiday weekend. It's very, very hot outside. I did do some gardening earlier, but it was too hot for me to be out there for very long. I did go and sit outside for a little while as well. It's too nice not to be out there. But then I've retreated to my craft room again. So, haven't really got any plans for the bank holiday. I expect we'll go for a walk at some stage, somewhere, but preferably away from people. So it's too busy at bank holiday weekends in the UK for me, and at the moment it's even busier because nobody's allowed to go abroad. And I don't like the crowds much. I prefer it when it's quieter. There we go. We do have a lot of lovely walks around here to go to, though. There we go. Although I miss the sea, I would love to be able to go to the sea tomorrow, but I don't suppose that will happen. There we go. Right, okay. Now, all we need is a banner, a corrugated card banner, which is going to go about there. Like so. And a thank you panel, so one of the green rimmed panels, although it doesn't have to be. You can mix and match again if you want to. You don't have to stand to these. I am going to use thank you again. Of course, you don't have to. You might not have a need for so many thank you cards. I have a perpetual need for thank you cards, so that's what I'm doing. And then that is going on these dimensionals. So a little bit longer video today for our beginners series, but I'm just trying to show you how easy it is to make these cards. If you're a beginner, they're absolutely perfect because you've got everything you need. If you're a beginner, it takes a while to build up your stash. If you haven't got a lot of bits and pieces, these are a perfect way to start because it means you can just jump right in and get started. They'd also be a lovely gift, I think, for maybe somebody who's been in hospital and is at home recuperating or things like that. I think they'd be really lovely. Where do I want to put this? Maybe over here. Oh, missed it. And then we'll put one down below here. These are in, are they in soft? No, I think they're mint macaron, aren't they? And there we are. There's our second card done and dusted. How quick was that? And the last one, even quicker. This is the one we're going to make now. Clear my workspace. So we need another card blank. Need the yellow one. Oops, can't find it. There we go. Just burnish it again. And the panel with the green and the yellow on. You can do it whichever way you want. You can stamp over the green and yellow, or you can have the green and yellow showing. It's up to you entirely. Take the big rose again. What happened to my, keep losing it, my scrap paper. Oh, let's get rid of that bit of twine. That's getting everywhere. There we go. There we are. So I wonder if anyone who's in the UK, whether you've found time to craft this weekend. I know a lot of people like to go out and about and do things, but actually for me, my occupation of choice would be crafting, which might sound a bit weird because you probably think I spend all day every day crafting, but in fact, because it's my business, I spend a lot of my weekdays doing the business aspects and don't always have an awful lot of time to craft. Right, while I've got my ink pad out, I'm just going to do my banner. And again, I'm going to use For You. If I can find where I've mounted it, there it is. There we go. Sorry, it's my head over it. Just needed to get right over there to get that. Grey granite is not a colour I use an awful lot, but it's a really nice sort of grey and browny colour. It's quite nice actually. It's a bit sepia-ish. It's very nice. Right, that's going to go up in the corner there. Like so, a little bit of Tombow on the back. It's going to go up. Of course, you can place it differently if you want. If you don't want it to be up in this corner, don't feel that you have to. And then we need one of the plain banners without the fishtails. And I'm still going to have loads of bits and pieces left over for making other cards. I will have a sit down and think what else I could do with this kit and maybe bring you some ideas next week. Goes there. This goes on dimensionals. There we go. So, nearly done. We just got to add some enamel dots. There we go. And then just add some enamel dots on here. Always use 3 when you're putting embellishments like this on. You always want to try and use 3 because it's just more pleasing that design wise. Using 3s is much more, I don't know, it takes your eye from one to the other in triangle. It takes your eye from one to the other. Right, there we go. There's our, we've got 6 cards now, and I'm just going to quickly show you the last bit of the kit. So the last bit of the kit is the belly band. So you need the acetate box, which you will just have to squeeze and burnish a little bit to get it into shape. This was the clincher for me, the fact that you've got a little acetate box with it, because I know very well that I can then use this as a gift and send these cards to somebody as a birthday present. I have several friends and my sister-in-law actually, who buy cards off me quite regularly, and I know that they would really appreciate a gift like this. So it's quite tricky to get at them, but you can bend them one way and then bend them back the other way, just as long as you give them a bit of a burnish to give the crease, get the crease going. So there we are. So then that just needs to go round the other way. So those need to go in like that. Needs to go in like that. There we go. Oh, and I need to make sure that clips down and stays the other side of those flaps, which it doesn't want to do. There we go. Right, now I can pop my cards in. Admittedly, I haven't got all 9 at the minute. I've only got 6, but that's fine. They will go in there. And then some envelopes. I'm just going to put a couple of envelopes in, but you get the idea. Do that up. Flap the other way. Again, trying to get this the right side of those flaps so that it will hold it in. Right, I need to burnish that. I haven't got time to do that now, but I need to, oh, that's better. Oh, there we go, that's in. Excellent. So there's our kit. Now this belly band is already scored. It's a piece of corrugated card. So that's going to go round our box. and there's a piece of double-sided tape already on it. So honestly, they couldn't have thought about being any more helpful with this. Just make sure that's nice and tight. That goes on there. Let me find the instructions, what they're telling me to do here. I haven't had time to practice this, of course. Where does it tell me? I thought I saw it somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's right down the bottom here. So I've just done the corrugated card. Now I just need to put some dots on my flower. I might use some dimensionals actually. I might do them with dimensionals. It doesn't say to, but of course you can do them. I'm going to do them with my dimensionals though, because I don't want it to poke up too far. I just want them to be slightly risen, so I'll use some mini dimensionals. So this would be a really nice way to spend an afternoon crafting, and such a bargain for 18. Don't forget, you're going to keep the stamp pad, you're going to keep the stamp set, you're going to keep the block, which altogether those would be worth £18. And of course you've then got a set of 9 cards as well. So good value for money, and of course they're all really good quality, Stampin' Up quality. Got a set of 9 lovely cards with matching envelopes. What more could you want, really? There. So like I say, these would make really good gifts for people as well. I think, you know, if you've got any family members or friends that are a little bit crafty, it would be a really good gift for them, so that they can just try making some cards without needing loads of other stuff. I think that is one of the things that puts people off, is that, you know, when I make a card, I list all the products I've used, and it would cost, you know, something like £150 to make a single card. Right, so that is going there. That is going, got a trefoil leaf, three sepals, I want to say, like that. And then this one. And then the last thing to do is the box has got a label on it that says "for you." There we go. So that's going under there. Does it want to go under? There we go, that will do. Put that on there. And then one of the little labels, got one of these tiny little tag labels. And then just a little bit of twine around this. Where have I put my "for you"? There it is. There we go. And that can just go there. I'll just put a little piece of twine around it. Just use a little bit that I've got left over here. I'm not going to tie it in a bow, I'm just going to tie it in a knot. There we go. Like so. There we go. Nearly done. And then just another dimensional on there. And we are done. So I hope you've liked seeing. Oh, that's a bit, what's happening there? I need a little bit of glue under there. Stick that down, a little blob of glue. Just hold that while that glues down. There we are. And then just trim these off a little bit. It's going to keep pinging up at the minute. I will make sure it sticks down eventually. There's our card kit, our pack of cards, and all the cards that I made inside. So like I say, they'll be available from today. There'll be a section on the web in the shop for kits. Have a look. There are lots of lovely kits for sale. We've been able to pre-order them obviously as demos, but they will be available to customers from today. Hope you've enjoyed seeing that video. Thank you for joining me today. Please press subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. And I'll be back with another project very, very soon. So please join me then. Thanks very much. Have a lovely day. Bye.